Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. Now, this reading will find you whenever Spirit wants you to hear it, whenever you need it, so just be aware of that. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is linked in the description box below. There are some added, offers on there, so check that out. It is fun. You could also sign up for the newsletter. You can also sign up for my Patreon, which is a new thing and is exciting and scary at the exact same time. So check that out as well. I will have it linked in the description box below. So let's see what Spirit has to say here. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly. The High Priestess. I love it. Ooh, I love when things start with her. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. The Eight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly, guide this reading. Ooh, okay, fine. And show me clearly. Angels and Spirit guides, angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh! The Sun as the near future, the Queen of Pentacles. Yes. Angels and Spirit guides, this one. The Ten of Cups. Happy dance. I am literally doing a happy dance. You should do a happy dance too, Gemini. Oh, I love this for you. I love this. Oh, like seriously. A theme that has been coming up so much in these readings, and it gets me emotional each and every time, so excuse the blubbering. But we have the Eight of Cups here. This is an ending as severe as a divorce, right? That is the challenge. That you have had something end that had been devastating to you. It could be the way that you saw the world. It could be something that you thought like, oh, this is my safe little bubble, and then it wasn't anymore. But you had to learn how to choose you. And that is the challenge that you're going to come to time and time again when it comes to money, when it comes to career. It's not like I have to, step on the heads of my enemies in order to, climb the ladder of success. Like, that's not it. We don't have to be like, medievaling it over here. But what you're going to see is that you're moving towards a success and a prosperity that comes out of a vulnerability that you didn't want to have to go through. And that was uncomfortable and overwhelming for you. At the heart of you, here, Gemini, is the High Priestess. It is time to embrace your intuition. It is time to embrace your power of intuition. And that is going to guide you forward in the most beautiful way. Also, the veil is being lifted from your eyes. You're seeing things much more openly, much more honestly, much more realistically. Your power is coming from within. So when it comes to money and when it comes to career, and you're going to look outside and say, oh, all the power is there. It's not. All the power is within you. And the High Priestess, says kind of the idea of the world will come to you. The answers will come to you in riddles and rhymes until they are decoded over time, right? And as you are working this out, as you are seeing yourself move forward, as you are questioning and seeking and deciding and understanding, you are seeing yourself move forward in a way that you hadn't expected. And as the High Priestess says, trust me. And as you say, I do, there's a sense of your intuition growing. Now, you have been through a battle. Now, it could have been a divorce from your intuition for a while, and you thought, no, this is not the way you were supposed to do it. You were supposed to do it this pragmatic, way that everybody else does it. Listen, Gemini, if you're here, if you're part of this family, you don't do things like everybody else. I mean, it's kind of like the trope of I'm not like every other girl, right? And I know that we use that to mock people, or like I'm not like every other guy type of thing. But this is a real sense of I've tried to fit in. I've tried to be like everybody else. And I always think of Nathan Lane in Birdcage, which is one of my favorite movies. And when he's dressed up in his suit, right? And he's like, I can do this. I can be your uncle, right? I can come out and I will be just like you guys. And then he sits down and he's wearing pink socks. And he's like, what? Everybody needs a pop of color, which I personally believe in. Like, that's holy grail right there. But he's like, why? I'm doing everything that you do. And I'm not like you guys. Why? And that's the question that you've been asking yourself for a really long time. It's like, I do everything like I'm supposed to do it. Why can't I just blend in? Because you weren't meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's not. It is your indelible spirit that is meant to be seen. Is your creativity, your intuition, but also your practicality and the way they weave together and the way that you create something beautiful that others haven't seen. Why? Because two heads are better than one, and you were born with two, like a hydra. Actually that's four, but you know what I'm saying here. So what you're going to see is you're moving forward in your power and your understanding and your intuition and your determination and your focus and your insight. And it's coming from within. You're downloading your information. Especially if you are an artist, you're downloading that information. I think it's Alison Armstrong, where she wrote the Book of Kings. I don't know what it's called. Okay, and she's like, I downloaded this. Like, I downloaded it. I didn't write it. It just came to me. There's that type of energy that's around you right here. And it moves you to the 8 of Cups. It moves you to walking away from what doesn't fit you anymore. It could be that relationship that you thought, oh, if I just make this work, then everything else will fall into place. Or a way of doing things where, like, it worked for you once upon a time. It doesn't work the same way anymore. You have to choose you. You have to choose you, and you have to choose to be brave, Gemini. And one of the things that always stood out to me about Geminis, that people say that Geminis are like childlike, right? Because in astrology, Gemini represents like a child in the astrology. I don't quite understand it. I don't know astrology quite well enough for that. And I haven't dived deeper into it. You would think I would, because I myself am a Gemini. But here, it is looking at things. And it's that fear that kids have, right? And you have it too. Everybody has it. But you're a little bit more tapped in to your emotions, to your fears, to your joys, to what it is that you want. And so I think that's where the childlike energy comes from, where it's like you're more connected with your emotions than others are. And you can't just push it down and just keep on moving forward and ignoring yourself. If you do so, you suffer burnout, you suffer panic attacks, you suffer, all these negative things that come from you not listening to your intuitive self. So being aware of this is going to be super important here. Because when it comes to money, okay, because we're talking about money and career, and these readings are getting so intense and they're so personal, and you've been through so much, and it has been so overwhelming. And I've seen this time and time again now in these readings. And yes, financially, the world is in an intense place. We'll word it that way. But you're coming back into balance. This is putting things back into balance. And this can be calling out the imbalance. But instead of living in the fear of the imbalance, it's like, oh my gosh, this is terrifying. You're calling out the imbalance, and you're living in the knowledge of a harmonizing self, of a balancing insight that moves you forward to greater and greater things. You're also going to need help. You cannot do this alone. Okay, this is going to be a time where you reach out to friends, or you reach out to family, or somebody comes along and says something like, I'm starting this thing. Maybe can you help me out by me helping you out? And you're like, sure, sure. It sounds like a great idea. I need help. Thanks. And you're going to see things balancing. You're going to see things balancing in your life because you're owning them, you're claiming them, you're saying them. And as you do so, you have seen that the King of Cups has played a huge part in the last year, in your life, in the very recent past, right? Because this is the energy that is now moving away, in the very recent present as well. With the King of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, right? It doesn't mean that they have to be either one of these signs, any one of these signs. What it means is that the King of Cups has said, I will lead in love. And if you follow, great. But the King of Cups cannot contort himself to the emotions of others. What his job is, and what his superpower is to move forward in authority, determination, and love. And say to the world, I see your chaos, and I will not take part. It is moving forward in peace. It is moving forward in guidance. It is moving forward in a deeper understanding of what your soul is longing for and where you want to be. But it's also moving forward in that sense of happiness. This is what happiness is for me. Let me take a sip of water. Oh, I do apologize. And as you're embracing that happiness, as you're embracing that love, it's almost like you needed to cocoon yourself. So you did pull back, right? You had to pull back in order to heal. And now you're moving forward with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is tenacity and passion, determination, fire, and focus. This is career. This is your strength. It's like, all right, now I'm going for it. Now I'm going to get it. And I'm not forgetting my heart. And I'm not forgetting what I love. And I'm not forgetting the reason why I'm here. here on this channel, because this is peaceful guidance. This is all about taking the meanness and the chaos and the anger of this world and saying, no, thank you. No, thank you. That can be your pot to stew in. It will not be mine. And it's moving you here in passion, in determination, in fire, in focus. And it's saying, I am conquering. And you do have that warrior spirit to you. Why? Because you've been through so much. Because you've had to walk away from things. And you've seen things ended. And you were thought, it'll never be the same. I will never have what I once did. And that is true. But not in that heartbreaking, devastating way. It's in that way that they find whale bones near the pyramids. It's in that way that life changes and moves unexpectedly and powerfully. And it brings you to this place of passion and fire and determination and focus, because you know now what you want, because you absolutely know what you're saying hell no to. Excuse my language, but you do. And it brings you into that fire. And this is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So if you have that energy in your chart, that's going to fuel you even more. And the air is going to fuel it. So just be mindful of getting angry and getting overly frustrated. Okay, that's going to be like check yourself before you wreck yourself type of energy coming forward. It moves you to the sun. This is your near future. Success, prosperity, abundance. The sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. And it's what you've been working towards. It's like, yes, I've made it. Because you've gone through your crucible. You've been brought to your knees and lower. You didn't think you were going to make it. And then you had to look at things and say, well, what now? How? How do I move forward? Where is it that I need to be? And now you're embracing your power and your joy. Now you're seeing yourself shine because you're saying, this is me. Again, you're not meant to fit into the cookie cutter box that people put everybody into. We're classified as soon as we're born, right? So this is the box you go into. Parents will classify, teachers will classify, doctors will classify, everybody will classify. And nobody says, what are you? What do you want? Where do you need to be? For your soul, for your creative self. Are you going to follow the same pattern? Are you going to go the correct route to success and become that person that everybody goes ooh and ah over, the hoit and the toit of it all? Or are you going to be that person that dares to walk outside of the lines, dares to go after their own dreams? And you get muck for it. You do. Because how dare you? How dare you be happy? How dare you not conform? But listen, if they only knew how hard you worked, if they only saw the time and the effort and the energy in it, they would choose something simpler. They would. Here, this is not being afraid of hard work and dedication. You can get way too focused on the details, so do be mindful about that. You can really nitpick yourself, so be aware of that. It is working diligently, dedicatedly, and determinedly towards what it is that you want. It's opening up to what it is that you truly desire. And as you do so, you own you with openness and sincerity. You're also honoring your flight. You're honoring your way forward. But you're honoring your song, and you're honoring that others sing differently, right? It's the bird songs. If you go out in the morning or, whenever, but like in the morning when the birds are all singing, their songs are different. They answer each other differently. And it's a beautiful world to step into. You're honoring your song. You're honoring the way you fly. You're also honoring, your independence, your litheness, like the sense of not having to pound things into being just so, into fitting into the box, letting it move, letting it grow the way that it needs to. And it brings you then to the Queen of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, abundance. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you have that in your chart, if you have that in your life, this is going to be very helpful. Because if you don't, you're going to find it a little bit harder to ground yourself. Because, as a friend once said to me, she's like, you're a bird and you need a tree. You cannot have two birds because you'll just be flying around all over the place. You need that safe place to land and that stability. That's what an earth sign energy is. A positive earth sign energy is that stability, that security. And what you're going to see is that as you're building your prosperity, your security in yourself, you need to incorporate that earth sign energy into you. You just do. The fire and the passion, that's fine. You can do that really a lot easier. It can get out of hand, yes. That's why you can have burnout and you're like, I don't understand. I'm all gung-ho and then I'm just drained because you go too hard. Pace yourself well. It's kind of like you're running a marathon. It's not a sprint. So be prepared for that. And here, ground yourself. Ground yourself and look at things practically. Say, what do I practically need? What am I going after now? What am I looking for now? And how am I opening up the door to that success now? How am I solving this immediate problem? And what do I need in order to be happy within my life? What will solve my problems for me and move me forward in success? And then you go after that with single-minded ambition. The repeat of the number 8, you do have a tendency during this time to be like really, really serious. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be you burn the candle at both ends. Do be mindful of burnout. Prosperity, success, nurturing your wealth, seeing it grow in ways that you hadn't expected it would, and opening up to more and more, seeing more and more than you thought possible for you. And you keep on nurturing it, but you're crowned with love. You cannot do this if you do not love it. It moves you then to the 3 of Wands. You're afraid of expanding. You're afraid of expanding your dreams. You're afraid of expanding into what it is that you want. That's the fear. And the hope is to take over the world. Is like, I can do this. I can move forward. I've got this. And both parts of you are equally as passionate. The fear is passionate in like, whoa, wait, hold it up, Nelly. And the success is passionate in, I know I have a great thing here. I know I am a great thing here. So being aware of that, but also knowing that you're connecting with a bigger circle, like a bigger sense than what you immediately see. It's like it's connecting with more. It can be getting new clients. It can be, stepping outside of your comfort zone. It can be, making that call and saying, can we connect these two ways of doing things, or, talking to another store and saying, can we have a collaboration? Whatever it is, that's going to be really cool here. And you're taking that leap of faith because you'll get knocked down. I mean, not everybody's going to say, oh, yes. Like, obviously, I read this reading. I saw this reading. I got this, right? I'm going to say yes because I know it's a great idea. You'll get people who say no. But you have that enthusiasm and that intuition that you keep on going. And you're like, okay, they said no, but the next person can say yes, and the next person, and the next person. So you keep on going, you keep on building. And it brings you then to the 10 of Cups. And I love the 10 of Cups. This is my favorite card in the whole entire deck, okay? The 10 of Cups is, and they all live happily ever after. It's a blessing. It's better to be king in a cottage than servant in a castle. Meaning that everybody tells you should have more. You should have the fanciest car. You should have the biggest house. You should have this. You should wear the designer labels and the designer bags and the designer everything. And you should just keep on accumulating. Why? Living slowly. There is something beautiful to that. Calming it down and saying, what do I need to be happy? What do I need for me? That's really important here. And then it's embracing love. It's embracing happiness. It's embracing joy, and it's seeing yourself move forward. It is being for yourself the tree and the bird. It's having that safe place to land with your determination, your focus, your insight, the dreams that you are building. Like, write them out for yourself. Make them in the shape of a tree. Yeah, I think of that. What is that? The start of Marco's journals in The Night Circus, which is one of my favorite books. And so here, it's like, make that tree. What do you want that tree to be? What incantation are you putting on yourself? It's like, what spell are you casting? Not that I believe in spells, not that I don't believe in spells. Like, believe in what you want to believe in. But to spell it out, to write it down, to say it out loud, is to cast that spell of intention. They're the same for a reason. And it's moving you forward to a completion of a cycle, a deeper understanding of your heart, a deeper understanding of your love, a deeper understanding of your passion. And, you know that song, Money Makes the World Go Round? And people say money is the root of all evil. No, the corruption with money is the root of all evil. But when you sit there and say, I'm allowed to be prosperous, I'm allowed to be successful, because I'm allowed to live in love, and in living in love, I will change this world, just one positive vibration at a time, that's everything. It moves us then to your spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, well, chatty right here. Okay, you have magical, serenity, angelic. There's a magical serenity that is coming over you, sent from your angels. There's a sense of peace that is going to guide you. And you're going to be like, oh, I feel calmer. I feel more centered. And I don't know why. And it's that magical peace that is moving you forward. And it is a sense of what makes you kind of like a little bit of a mystic right now, kind of like a little bit of tapping into that intuitive power and moving forward in it. It's really focused around you and your success, money, career. And you can think like, oh, those are all base things. No, those are all the baseline vibrations that you need to build off of. Success, prosperity, abundance. And it brings you then to the chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And we have two here. We have meditate and play. Meditate on what you want. Okay, that's kind of like the secret, like put out there into the universe what it is that you want. Use the crown chakra, crown yourself with that energy, that knowledge, that insight, right? That's the crown chakra here, and then play. The heart chakra coming forward. Let yourself play. You will have a tendency to work and then to work and then to say, but my play is my work. You know, I like working during this time. Like, that's cool. That's great for you. I love that for you. But let yourself also play. Let yourself have fun. Let yourself do things that you really, really enjoy and love. It moves you then to your energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, goodness. Okay, the Nine of Cups just came right out. And the Nine of Cups is like, be mindful. Okay, so it's twofold. And I just heard one of my old tarot teachers say, be mindful of, with the Nine of Cups, of like being that fat cat, like this is all mine, you know, and I'm not sharing it. Okay, but also be mindful of setting up a feast, right, for people to come to and taking everybody's opinion on what that feast should be and what it is that you are making. So what that means here is like, set what it is that you're doing and be confident within yourself to move forward. Take advice, yes. Listen to what people are saying, but still move forward in your dream and do not make their critiques your reality, okay? That's going to be really important here. And do not think that they all have to celebrate you. You will have people who don't celebrate you. You will have people who do celebrate you. Okay, focusing on the positive energy, focusing on that veil lifting from your eyes, focusing on the humanness of it all, and that it's not all going to be perfect. That's fantastic. It moves you then to your subconscious spirit message. And this is compassion. Be compassionate with yourself. Let yourself embrace love and healing. Be kind to you. Show yourself grace. Subconscious chakra message is divine wisdom. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. You are downloading that information, that wisdom, that deeper insight. You are opening up doors that you didn't even know were close to you. And you're going to be inspired in little ways that, like, you'll see something, you'll look at something, and then this little whisper in the back of your head would be like, well, wouldn't that be a cool XYZ? And you're like, yeah, it would. Like, that's awesome. And you open the door to this. And it brings you then to the 5 of Swords. You are going to face trials and tribulations. You have faced trials and tribulations that you have been through in the past. And it has cut you down. It just has. Because there's cell memory to that. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I failed that way once upon a time. I will fail that way again. Or I don't get to have nice things because of XYZ. You know, I watch this person fail, and what makes me special? Remember, you are not the same person that you once were. And that is a powerful piece of knowledge. It moves you then to the Knight of Swords. And that's you. That is you, Gemini. You are represented by the swords in the minor arcana, by the lovers in the major arcana. The Knight of Swords is moving forward in tenacity, success, determination, and focus. It is deeper insight, is that indigo, right? It's just to represent even more nobility. The swords represent nobility, but the Knight of Swords is the hero of the story. And it's being a hero of your story. It's being a hero of what it is that you want, of your intention, your drive, your determination. And it's saying, and I know nobody wants to hear this, but like, nobody's going to save you. Okay? You will have people who will help you, yes, but nobody's going to save you. You are saving yourself. And that means that you're taking back all your power. And you will help those that helped you, most definitely. But you are taking back your power. And you are now the hero of your story, Gemini. And you move forward in success, tenacity, determination, to reach heights that if you would have reached them before, you would have thought it was a fluke. And now it's like, gosh darn it, I've earned this. And I take this wealth as my bounty, as my abundance, and as part of my living dream, which is my reality. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Happy holidays. I just remembered, if you're watching it in the time that it was put out, this video, happy holidays. If you're not, then I wish you happy existence always. Bye.